there's a sudden rise of antimicrobial in our today's society. Tell us more about it and why the sudden rise of it.
Okay. So let me give you an example. Remember that time that you were small, you go out, they will beat you, you come back, your mom will beat you. You go again, you beat you. At the point you say, I will not be beat. You will just go now. So you, because you've learned how to
handle pain.
Pain.
Yeah.
So these microorganisms, they mutate.
Okay.
So this mutation luckily helps them to develop a resistant gene to these antibiotics. 2019 to 2021, there was a research conducted, and it was said that about 4 million people die yearly due to antibiotic resistance. Yeah. So the estimation now is 10 million is going to die yearly if this is not tackled.
I know someone that it seems like every three months he's treating malaria, or rather he's in his own quote preventing malaria or whatever. Is that a good practice for?
No, you don't prevent malaria. Please don't. You know, malaria is a disease of the liver.
They have even made it, trust me, they have even made it like a culture. It's like every 3 months I have to take it to fight malaria. Is that a good thing?
It's not a good thing. It's affecting your liver.
You're the first person that we're having on this show that we're talking about health. And it's so crucial, sharp. You understand? Yeah, the first person we're talking about health. And you know what, as a public food safety professional as yourself, I know how important it is health-wise in terms of the food that we eat. Now, let's dive into, there's a sudden rise of antimicrobial in our today's society. Tell us more about it and why the sudden rise of it.
Okay. So let me give you an example. Remember that time that you were small, you go out, they will beat you, you come back, your mom will beat you. You go again, you beat you. At the point you say, I will not be beat. You will just go now. So you, because you've learned how to
handle pain.
Pain.
Yeah.
So these microorganisms they mutate.
Okay.
So this mutation luckily helps them to develop stick gene or resistant gene to these antibiotics. Okay. Yes.
So if I get you correctly now, it's more of the antimicrobial are those bacteria that we get, and once you constantly should I say abuse it, then it stops to work effectively. Like you gave the example of when we were a child. Of course, when we commit a crime and we know the punishment that it entails, and do the same thing also again, so that later it becomes norm and void. So that is what I know, that is what antibiotics are for. Antibiotics are for to fight viruses and bacteria in our body.
Antibiotics fight bacteria. Then antimicrobial fights is a general word for all the microorganisms.
Okay.
So antibiotics is for bacteria alone.
Okay.
So we have antiviral, we have antibiotics, we have antifungi.
Okay.
So but the general word is antimicrobial. Okay. So
so what are those? What are those bacteria like that are common to all of us?
Okay, so we have two categories of bacteria. So we have the pathogenic and non-pathogenic. So pathogenic microorganisms are those that causes infection for us. Yeah. So we have salmonella, we have E. coli, we have campylobacter, we have bacillus. So all these things are microorganisms that cause it. We have Klebsiella. They are microorganisms or bacteria that causes infections to human and animal.
Okay. So which of them are more common to us? Like in our today's, when you go out, what are those easy bacteria?
Okay, so we like salmonella, most of us have it in our finger, on our palms, yes. Really? On the surfaces, yes. Salmonella, what's the other ones? E. coli, most of them is common on the surfaces. When you touch the lifts, when you touch doorknobs, that's why they said I'll get the hand washing is very, very important. So all these things are on the surfaces. So imagine you don't practice good hygiene, put it in your mouth, or and funny enough, do you know hepatitis A can be transferred through food? Most of them can be transferred through food.
Really?
Through food and water. We'll get there.
Wow. Yeah. Really? So now, what I want to ask now is, clarify me if I'm wrong. I know most of all these bacteria can be easily, contaminated by touching things and everything. So what are the side effects to our body before we want to start applying antibiotics? And I believe is that antibiotics, when being abused, that is when it forms resistance to our body, right?
Okay, so if I get your question right, so these microorganisms, let's say for what's it called, Salmonella typhi causes typhoid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So there are other infections like UTI. So all these things, UTI, we have for viral, we have cough and flu.
Okay. Okay. The normal regular catarrh.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So these are this is what it causes.
Okay.
Then the normal infection, gonorrhea, so all these things are linked, all these bacteria are listed, are linked to all these toilet infections, sexually transmitted. Yes.
Okay. So now you said something about the what's this thing again? Malaria, typhoid. You mentioned typhoid. Now, usually I don't see people, or me, I use myself personally. Once I'm having typhoid, I know the symptoms. I believe I know the symptoms of typhoid. I'm feeling hot, sweaty palms and all of those things. My eye is dizzy. I go to the pharmacist. I say, okay, give me XYZ drugs, and they give me. Now it's soon, like after maybe 2 days, I start feeling good and everything. I stop taking the drugs. You tell me, is that a good thing?
Okay, so just before we go deeper, there are so many causes of antimicrobial resistance. Yes, and it's very, very a very bad practice to take drugs under the counter drugs without prescription.
That's pharmacies.
Both pharmacies, you don't just walk into a drugstore or a medication store, a pharmacy or a chemist shop to go and get drugs. Malaria and typhoid, their signs and symptoms usually look similar. Okay. And there are other sicknesses that present themselves as such. Yes. So before you take medication, that's what I do, because I'm enlightened. Yeah. Many people are not enlightened, but no offense, please.
No, and I think that's why we are having this conversation also.
Before you take any medication, you should run, even though you feel you've been having that sign, like you are used to that sign, please go to lab to carry out diagnosis, yes, so that you know what's exactly wrong with you. Because most even chronic diseases present themselves as with this sign, malaria sign, typhoid sign, at the onset.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Let's talk about let's even go far. But HIV is not an infection on it. It's not a disease on its own. It's weakening your immune system and exposes you. So if you have HIV, you can contact malaria and it's exhibiting as this. Okay. You can contact so that many of these chronic diseases present themselves with such signs at onset.
Wow. So we know that me self-diagnosing myself by going to the store, it's not good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, where does the resistance takes place? That's my question. Where does the resistance takes place when after self-medication has taken place?
Okay, so let me try to get your question. Where does okay, so we have I'm going deeper now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a lot of practices that causes this resistance. When you take a drugs, you let's say for example you had some symptoms and maybe it's viral infection and you went to get antibiotics, and you are taking antibiotics for viral infection. What do you think will happen to? Normally the body has normal flora, microorganisms, and it has pathogenic, and when you don't have pathogenic, you now take antibiotics. It kills both the normal microorganisms in your body.
Yeah.
So that's what they have. Let me not go there. Okay, so
please go on.
It kills the microorganisms in your body. And funny enough, your body creates resistance already, so that when it encounters that antibiotic, it's no longer effective on that infection. Like you have infection right now, you've abused let's say tetracycline before, you take it when you did not need it. So you now have a cause to take it now that you need it. When you now take that tetracycline now, it's no longer, it won't work. It won't be effective again. You have to go for a higher one. Yes, and most of us when they prescribe drug for us, we don't finish the course. We take two, we take the first day, we take the second day. I don't really feel okay. We now stop.
Is that a bad thing?
It's a very bad thing.
Why is that?
Because you're not completing the dose. Let's say, for example, the first 2 doses is supposed to weak the antibiotic, the microorganisms or the bacteria. The second 2 doses is killing it already, but it has not killed all of them. Then the third dose is supposed to kill them completely. Yes, but you wait when let's say there are 10,000, they've killed like 8,000. You now stop. It's now remaining 2,000. Those 2,000 now, okay, they've gotten the technique of the drug. They will form resistant genes, so that when you encounter that microorganism now, it will not be effective.
I honestly, with all seriousness and all honesty, I was a victim of that until when you started talking about this thing on your message, because maybe I get I'm ill or something, and when I'm being diagnosed and the pharmacies are prescribed, okay, 2 today, 2 tomorrow, 2 this, there and there. But after 3 days, I start to feel like I'm all right and everything. And then what's now the extent of now taking it again when you feel like, okay, it's gone? What's the need?
Okay, so that's what I just explained now. So if you don't finish the dosage, sometimes what this antibiotics does is either they go to your body and expand, or they enter the cell wall of the microorganisms and they burst it so that they killed it, or they slow the growth, they inhibit the growth. Then your own body, your immune system now fights it. So but those people that made the drugs, they're not stupid. They say 3 days. Please. 3 days is 3 days.
So tell me something. Have you ever had a personal encounter or a case or a situation where antibiotics didn't work as expected?
Yes. Okay, so I think April I went for a general body test, and when I think I was having, what was I having? I was having sore throat. And when they did the culture and sensitivity test, because that's how you determine if you are sensitive to any or resistant to any antibiotic, I saw the list they had like eight antibiotics, and I was resistant to like about 5. So I was resistant to like about 4. So it was only 4 that could work for me. And I've seen a case where I was discussing with a nurse, and it was like, okay, that there's this person that they brought him to the hospital, and when they checked, he was resistant to all the antibiotics. So in this situation, now him and God.
Okay, so that is why the rise of antimicrobial resistance keep rising.
It's very important that we talk about it, because according to World Health Organization, in 2050, if this is not tackled, there will be 10 million deaths per year than cancer ever killed. You know, cancer have killed, HIV have killed.
Yes.
Antimicrobial resistance is going to kill more than these 2 sicknesses that you know.
At once.
And the thing is a pandemic. It's already a pandemic, but it's going to be a global pandemic if it's not being tackled.
So how can we now create, and that's why I brought you on this show, so that we can just educate people. But do you feel like the message is being spread effectively?
How now? Okay, so
yeah,
like it's not. A lot of people don't even know. Let's even go back to our pharmaceutical industry. Most of this pharmaceutical industry, they produce fake drugs.
Yeah.
That's why you have to use a trust
license.
No, like a trusted brand.
Yeah.
If you know they will say amoxicillin, then you see amoxicillin with a different company. Just stick to the main amoxicillin. These are trusted brand that has already been tested, because what most of this company do is, a drug is supposed to be 500 milligram. That was what was prescribed by the doctor. You go to the pharmacy or any other place to get the drug, and in the body is 500 milligram, but what they actually did was 250. And when you take it, is the concentration or the dosage is not enough to kill the microorganisms. And is because you are not, when you are hitting, you want to hit something, let's use a hammer, you are not hitting it well, so it will bounce back. So this because you are not using the right dosage, they will mutate and still grow resistance to it. So you see, people a lot of places where people are not even aware that they are, how do I put it, like, most of people just, the one that is obvious is misuse of drug abuse, not completing your drugs. Yes, exactly. But there are gaps that is not even your fault, like getting a fake drug.
Yes.
Under a drug that is not like what I just explained. I said the 500 milligram, they are making 50 milligram. It's not your fault. You are not even aware. So there's another one is our animal farm. So let's talk about that. Farmers, you've gone to the market now. How they display meat product and so and so. I sent you a video of our hygiene is really poor in this country, and this farmer don't even know that it has effects. You go to to the market and you see where they slaughter animals, where they slaughter chicken and all this. It's very dirty, unhygienic, and microorganisms thrive there. They thrive there, and it has been, studies are revealed that we have resistant salmonella, we have resistant E. coli, we have resistant staphylococcus in Nigeria right now, in the market, in the meat stock, in the in fish and meat sold in Nigeria.
So how can you identify all of those things?
The test is rigorous. Yes, I think one time we did it at work, and I don't want to go there, but it requires I'll talk about that. So that's these farmers now. That's on the hygiene part. You see that microorganisms thrive, and there are a big chances that these resistant microorganisms are part of what
causes it.
Yes, like it's part of, like, because it's anywhere that is unhygienic, microorganisms thrive, and resistant microorganisms are part of microorganisms that strive in the process. That's another one. And the second one is farmers use antibiotics for growth promotion, disease prevention in animals.
Yes.
That's another big problem.
Wow.
And we have veterinary doctors in Nigeria, but they are not functioning.
Because I've noticed on countless times whereby antibiotics are used for animal to increase productivity and also to make them healthier and longevity. So how is that bad towards, because we will be the end users. How is that affecting us indirectly?
It's affecting us a lot, though. A lot. Because the first sign is when you use antibiotic on, you are not sick, you are using antibiotic, it's gonna backfire. Your body will go resistant to it, so that when you encounter the real microorganism or the real drugs, it doesn't work again. And because the test I told you I ran in April, that I had so many resistance, I don't take antibiotic like that. So I was wondering how I got resistant, and this might be, this is obviously part of it. Eating meat, yes, eating meat that was treated with antibiotics, and this farmers doesn't even allow the antibiotics to take the due elimination. They call it elimination or withdrawal time. They don't allow you to take the due course before taking it to the market. Most times, if you go and get chicken in the market, you even see them putting antibiotics in the water that they are taking.
True.
And most
I've experienced such thing. And when you slaughter this chicken, I'm using chicken now. When you slaughter them, you tend to see some yellow thing inside of them.
Exactly. You see, you most of that is, we even do it at give am so that you go there. Now because you are ignorant, I did it.
Okay.
I was ignorant, but now I know better. That's why I want the world to know too. So using antibiotics to train livestock or to treat or promote growth is not good.
Yeah.
It's not like it's totally bad, but you need a veterinary approval.
Yeah.
You need the veterinary doctor to check and know. The way you check for humans to know the antibiotic that they should take, it should be done also on animals. You don't just give them drugs because you don't even know the microorganisms, the bacteria that infected them.
Yeah.
You don't just give them, because microorganism that is the bacteria affecting them is different, and the microorganisms, the antibiotic you are giving them is different. Now this one, it will enable the one that is there to gain resistance, and when human eats it, the resistance continue in our body. We directly or indirectly get it.
I know for a standard practice, I know when you get your meat, your fish and everything, it's safe to say that you should wash it. People do with maybe like hot water and all those things. All of those processes, don't they fight those antibiotics?
Hot water, you don't use hot water, you cannot even determine. Let's not even go through hot water. You can use vinegar, but yes, vinegar
But it's scarce, that's the thing.
it's not scarce. You can get vinegar in the pharmacies, and it's not scarce. Yes, you can use vinegar.
But a lot of people don't use that.
They don't use it. Yes. So
A lot of people don't.
another thing is to cook your meat very, very well. But the thing is disinfect. Like, let's say for example, you get meat from the market. So if you are done cutting, both the knife, both the chopping board, both the work surfaces, try to clean and sanitize very well with. You can use chlorine tablets, you can use vinegar, you can use I think those two are very good. So you can use any of those two. Disinfect every other thing you use, because one thing about microorganisms is, like, if you didn't clean very well, you might drop something and it enters.
Yeah, it has kept a trace to the next step.
Yes, so that's it. So you cook your meat very well. Yeah, you are making me go for it.
I'm just saying, because hey guys, Alexis Beckers here, and welcome to Beyond Just Boardroom. I want to use this moment to appreciate each and every one of you for how you have supported us. So I just want to say a big thank you, and please, if you have not yet subscribed, please do well. It means so much to me and as well to my team if you hit the like button, and also subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on all our episodes. On this episode, we're going to be having a public health professional on our episode, where we're going to be talking about antimicrobial resistance and its fast rise right now. So grab a cup of coffee while we dive into this conversation and go beyond just the boardroom together. Why I'm asking here, because if you could speak directly to maybe someone directly of what are the simple habits that they can use. We're talking about food now, because like you said earlier, there are some things that are within our own control, and there are some things that are outside our own control, like the farmer putting antibiotics. It's not within our own control. Like you going to the pharmacies and they're giving you fake drugs, or they're giving you less milligram. It's out of your control. But however, what are some of those habits in your own control that you can to mitigate all of this?
Okay, so the rise in antibiotic, or is not one action plan. It involves everybody: the government, the farmers, the individuals. Okay, so for the government, there should be a regulatory in the use of antibiotics. Sorry, there was this study that was conducted, and it was discovered that 70% of antibiotic produced are not used for therapeutic use. They are not used by human, they are used by animals. 70%.
70%, wow.
70%. So it's only 30% that is being used by human beings. So you see that, and in Nigeria, there's no rule, there's no there's no enforcement, there's no regulation. Everybody does.
Yeah, that's why you can purchase it, you can have it.
Yes. So there should be a regulatory or a rule, like there's they should implement the use of veterinary doctors, every farmer, before you give antibiotics to anybody, they should just hide antibiotics, because like, they should make it less common. Pharmacists should not give antibiotics until there's a doctor's prescription saying give this person, or like it should be restricted. Okay. Before you consume any antibiotics, go to the lab, let it be that it was prescribed by a doctor. Another one is for humans. For farmers, I think we should spread the information. No use of antibiotic we should use better alternative.
What are such as?
They are like what's it called? There's a way they can use herb. That's like, I didn't really do more research on that, but there are ways. Or if you have to recommend antibiotics, because funny enough, there's nothing wrong with these animals. At first, they just give them antibiotic because they want to prevent. Prevention. Yes. It has not even happened. Yeah.
Well, you have to wait till it happens before you have to.
No, now if you apply hygiene, if you feed your stock, your animals very well, they won't really
go sick.
Yeah. And most of them is for, like, especially chicken. Chicken is the most, they want it to grow fat.
Yes.
They use different type of medications on it. Like, it's really alarming, seriously.
I had one a friend that was into poultry, and when he's rearing his chicken, he gives them one antibiotics in the morning, then another different one again at night, in the evening. He said one is for prevention, the other one is for growth.
So you see, the bat, like, the bat is just so let's talk to our farmers. They should indulge veterinaries. Stop using that. Another thing is hygiene.
Yes.
You know how I show you that video now? Yeah. You saw that dirty water. You know how they kill animal. And funny enough, there's no proper waste disposal in Nigeria. They release this water now, or the effluents on the road, and this water now gets into the main water body, and the whole water body is now contaminated with resistant antibiotics, and we drink from it. So like, it keeps spreading.
So for me now, before we talk about the government, do you think that awareness for this thing is high enough among the public?
No, it's not.
Between me and you, do you think that it's enough?
No, it's not. It's not. We have to do it better. We have to do it frequently. We have to be consistent till the message is passed. Like, we have to engage the social media, go to the market. But funny enough, those people that even need this information, they're in the market. So we have to find, and it's not just one man fight. Everybody has to really be involved, because there's no way you won't tell me you won't eat from the market. You will eat beef, you will eat egg. Funny enough, it gets down to egg and milk.
Wow.
Yes. If a cow is infected with has resistant microorganisms, it gets to the antibiotics, gets to the milk, gets to the egg. So it's not like it concerns me, concerns me. It concerns everybody. And you ask the question how to prevent it. Like, what we are going to do on our own. Hand washing is very, very important. Very, very important. Hand washing prevents you from a lot of diseases, a lot of sicknesses. Let's say, for example, you don't know other people's hygiene and you shake frequently. You don't know what they've done behind closed doors. You don't know the surfaces they've touched. You don't know if they wash their hands from the toilet. So a lot of people's hygiene is very, very poor. So to prevent yourself, or to just always wash your hand, if you can always wash your hand, use 70% sanitizer, alcohol sanitizer. Because when you open doors, when you open the car doors, when you touch surfaces, when you touch the lift, when you touch so many places, even your phone, you expose yourself, and most times our hand gets to our mouth.
Yes, immediately. First thing.
Immediately. So, and we get infected too. So on our own part, we should enforce hand washing. Try to indulge in hand washing. Use hand sanitizer. You can always carry wipe your hand and sanitize. Then cook your meats effectively. Yes. Then after doing anything that has to do with meat and chicken, sanitize. Then fruit again.
Yeah.
Yes.
The funny thing here, as you're saying all of this, I'm just smiling because this is something that we have been told while growing up. And okay, you have to wash your hand, but it just feels like it's punishment one way or the other. But I want you to tell us what is the urgency behind it, because you mentioned something that the rise is increasing day by day.
Okay, so oh God, if antimicrobial resistance is not taken care of, basic surgery, giving birth, chemotherapy, is going to, because before you go through surgery, they have to check all these things, sensitivity tests, which antibiotics will they use for you. So basic urinary tract infection, gonorrhea, all those basic infection that you have, you can't cure them. It can't be cured because there's no antibiotic that can cure it for you. So you see, people cannot go for surgeries, people cannot do CSA, even delivery, because after all these things you have infection, and because there's no cause of alarm, we have antibiotics that will cure this infection, so we don't have problem. But now that these antibiotics
Can't work.
That's
a problem.
It's a big problem.
That's a problem.
It's a big one, because even like typhoid, you cannot treat typhoid.
Wow.
Like we are heading to like God, it's a big one. It's a big one.
The time to actually sit up concerning this matter
is now.
Wow.
2025 is 25 years. Yeah. Okay, in 2021 there was a research. 2019 to 2021 there was a research conducted, and it was said that about 4 million people die yearly due to antibiotic resistance. Yeah, so the estimation now is 10 million is going to die yearly if this is not tackled. And apart from, it's going to be the economic burden is going to be both on the government and you as a human, because normally you take tetracycline to cure the basic infection that you have, but it's no longer working. You migrate to ampicillin or ampiclos, it didn't work. So they have first line antibiotic, and they have second line, and they have third line. So first line antibiotic is the ones they treat basically for, they just once they check and you have infection, they just give you.
Yeah.
So if this first line antibiotics doesn't work for you, they will now give you.
Yeah.
And this one is more expensive. The second line antibiotics is really expensive.
So there's still a cost.
A cost to you. And imagine when a typhoid has refused to go, it's affecting your health and you don't function well at work.
True.
It's reduced productivity. So, and let's say for example, the breadwinner of the family now dies through. So there's a lot of side costs.
Yeah.
Both I couldn't really check it up, but they said in 2050 is going to cost, World Bank estimated that it's going to cost 100 trillion US dollar.
Wow.
GDP.
Yeah.
It's going to cost them that to tackle it. If it's trillion or US.
And it's crazy knowing the fact that all of this can just be avoided by just those simple practices which you've mentioned, washing your hands.
It's not just because people are doing it.
Yeah, if people are doing it, but the thing is, because people are not doing it. And what's scary, like you mentioned to me, is the fact that you know what's wrong with you. There's a drugs to it, yet it cannot work. That is scary.
Yeah. It's a very big problem. Because, okay, let's divert a little. And malaria.
Yes.
You know that most drugs is no longer working for malaria.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. You treat malaria and 2 weeks time you are treating it again. It's part of it.
Oh.
Yes. It's part of it. A lot people have gone resistant to the normal malaria drugs that you know. So they have to use higher one.
Okay.
So let's come back.
Wow. I want to know more. No, tell me.
So let's come back to this now. The thing is, it's going to cost a lot of people, both the government.
I want to know more on the malaria aspect, because malaria in this part of the country is something that is very, very, very pronounced. Yes, and a lot of people, you see, because this, just like what you said now, it just rings the bell in my head. Yeah, because I know someone that it seems like every three months he's treating malaria, or rather he's in his own quote preventing malaria or whatever. Is that a good practice for?
No, you don't prevent malaria. Please don't. You know, malaria is a disease of the liver.
Yeah, they have even made it, trust me, they have even made it like a culture. It's like every 3 months I have to take it to fight malaria. Is that a good thing?
It's not a good thing. It's affecting your liver. It's affecting this person's liver. Anti-malaria drugs works on liver. The parasites affect the liver. So when you take drugs, when you take anti-malaria drug and you don't have, it's affecting your liver. And imagine no, that's a very bad practice. How will it work again? The body has gone resistant to yes. So how will it work?
Because
it's a very, very bad practice.
I will have someone that will call me and said no, because when you even go to the hospital, for example, and maybe you are diagnosed with malaria or anything, they'll ask you a question. They go like, when last did you treat malaria? And when you say maybe like 3 months or 6 months, it feels like it's been a long time you did that. Is this supposed to be a constant practice?
Okay, so because malaria is very prevalent in Nigeria, because we are exposed to
a lot of things. Yeah.
It's not just a lot. It's female and Anopheles mosquito that causes. Yeah. So it's very common. We are exposed. Nigeria is a tropical area, so we've not really we've not worked on it. We are still suffering malaria. Is on a high rise. So there's tendency that people get it often. But I don't advise taking anti-malaria drugs when it has not been confirmed that you have malaria.
Okay.
Just on a lighter note, they have vaccine for malaria, right?
Really?
Yeah, they have.
Oh. How long does that?
I think it's 5 years.
Oh.
There's plan that in 2050 they should eradicate malaria. So when you give birth, you are supposed to take the vaccine. Your baby gets immune to it. Okay. So as our generation they die, the coming one are already immune. So that's how they plan to fight it. But a lot of people don't know and they don't take the vaccine. But that's not the topic. Let's go back.
I know. Yeah. So tell me, promise. I know you're a big advocate for health.
Okay.
And anything that concerns our health, and this is what you do all over social media and everything. So if someone wants to take their health journey serious, how can they reach out to you?
Okay, so I have a social media account. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on X, which is Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn. So you can always reach out to me as search for Promise Ogochukwu. Okay. Yes, so that's my name on social media.
Okay. But on all platforms?
On all platforms. But for LinkedIn, my name is Isika Promise Ogochukwu. Okay. So that's for LinkedIn.
Okay.
So
right. Thank you so much. Indeed, this has been a really insightful one, because I've really learned a lot. And the fact that what's my take home here is the fact that the little things that we have been taught while growing up, we have overlooked and not knowing the very importance of all of this. As simple as the preventive measures is as simple as washing your hand, because we have sometimes, as we get older, funny enough, we are nonchalant to some certain things. We are very, very nonchalant to certain things, but we don't know the effect these things has in our own body. So hearing antimicrobial resistance and how its role affect us, it's really alarming at this point.
Okay, so I want to leave in here when you get home today, everybody should you just go around culture and sensitivity test to know the microorganisms that you are resistant to. Antibiotics you are resistant to already.
Oh.
Yes. So you go to any diagnosis or any hospital, tell them that you want to do culture and resistance, culture and sensitivity test.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how you will know.
No. So what are some of those should I say bacterias, or what are some of those things
That's not your business.
Okay, no, what I mean is that what are some of those things that you know that you're not resistant to that will now like be a red flag, if you understand what I mean?
Okay. I think they will explain your results to you, but so what this culture and sensitivity test is, they will it's like a disc, small discs. So they will put different antibiotics on it. Then your swab, now they will now put it inside. So where let's say they put your whatever they took from your body, it might be your blood, they can even take swab from your mouth.
Yeah.
Yes. So if there's a growth, that means you are resistant to that antibiotic. So, and like I said earlier, they have E. coli, they have staphylococcus, they have salmonella, they have Klebsiella, they have I think there are a list of them, but they don't culture most. So they culture, I don't think it's, maybe it's 7, or I don't know, it depends on the hospital, maybe 7, but these are the pathogenic and resistant microorganisms in Nigeria right now. So they will do the sensitivity test against this resistant microorganism, or the first. Let me not go there.
Okay. I understand you. And what I wanted to get is, because I like to, most people, until they understand that this is the gravity of something, they don't take it serious. Now, what I want to know is, you said maybe the general tests that are done are usually like 7.
No, it's not usual. It depends on
depending on the hospital, yes. But the most common ones are around those range in the country.
It's just one test, so it is up to them to depend how they are going to do it.
Yes. So if you, let's say for example, your resistance to like 5 out of all of that is a big deal, right?
It's a big deal. So what's our advice if the person is resistant to, is just stick to, because I mentioned the case of a young man that was resistant to micro. The only thing now is you and God and your body to fight any infection you have. So you have to take more fruits, and that's why I said you have to use chlorine tablets, so that you are taking food and not putting more problem to your body. You understand?
Yeah.
So you have to use chlorine tablet or vinegar or any food grade disinfectant to make sure that the antibiotics, the fruit you are taking, is free from antibiotics.
True. So you don't add to the problem. You don't add to your problem, and that's really insightful. Thank you so much, Promise. It's really good to have you on this show. Thank you. And for our viewers, I know that one way or the other I've gotten something, because I have gotten something, and seriously, I'm going to take my health very, very, very serious.
Thank you so much. You can also follow me for more health. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.